This last class we done with the variables concept, and today we'll start the methods concept. I said Java is object oriented deals with the classes. The class contains total how many elements? Guys, the class contains how many elements total?
Four.
What are the
Four
four elements here? If we declare the class
variables,
name
right?
test, hmm, the class contains variables and the class contains what? Methods.
Methods,
The class contains
construct,
the constructors.
blocks.
Constructors, last one is what? Blocks, right? Exactly. Again, blocks are two types. One is what? Instance
Gen
block
static.
and a static block, right? Exactly, guys. So finally, the class contains these are the elements, guys. Last class we done the first element is completed. Variables concept is completed, guys. Guys, variables are used to store the data, and there are three types of variables basically: local variables, instance variables, and what? Static variables, right? Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so last class we done with variables concept. Today we'll start the methods concept, guys. So as you know, like methods inside the class, as you said, inside the class, can you write the logics? Can we write the business logics directly, guys?
No.
Last class we done this last point. Last time we done these points already. So if we declare the case one here, can I write the class name is called test class. So inside the test class, if I'm writing a directly logic, the system dot out dot hmm, system dot out dot print enough. Here you can write the good morning message. But guys, inside the class, can you write these logics directly? So this
No.
syntax is valid. Invalid means definitely the syntax is what? Invalid, right? Exactly. So inside the class. So inside the class, it is not possible to write. Inside the class, it is not possible to write the logics.
Business logic.
Not possible to write the logics directly, right?
Mm.
Not possible to write the logics. Okay, directly, right? Exactly. So then what we have to do, guys? So case two is so case two is a valid case here. What we will do here? Inside the class. Tell me, guys. Inside the class, what we will do? Inside the class,
Method.
declare the
Method.
methods. Declare the method. So come on, inside the method. Yeah, inside the method, write the logic, right? Write the logic,
Yes.
guys. That's the point basically. So inside the class, it is not possible to write the logics directly. That's what inside the method. Sorry, inside the class directly writing the business logic is not possible. That's what inside the method declare the inside the sorry. Yeah. Inside the class declare the method, and inside the method write the logic, right? As inside the method you
Mm.
can write the inside the method you can write the logic, right? Exactly.
Yes.
So I declared the class name is called test class. Inside the test class, we can define some method name is like void wish method. So method name you can define. Inside the method you can write the logic, right? Either you can define the main method, it's not a problem, right? Okay. So here you can write the message like simply good morning, guys. That is information. The case one and case two. Finally we decided. So methods are used to write the hmm, so methods
Logics.
are used to write the so logics of the application, right? Logics of the application, guys. Exactly. Guys, finally decided methods are used to write the logics of the application, right? Exactly, guys. And see here, there are two types of methods in Java. Okay, there are two types of methods in Java, guys. What are the two types here? Number one is like instance method, and number two is like what a static method, guys. Okay, one is the instance method and what a second is a static method, right? Exactly. And then coming to the instance method, when coming to the instance method here, I declared the void add method, and by default this method is called which method here? As void add is the
Instance.
this method is by default which method here? Instance method. And inside here, what are the logic part you are writing logics here? This area is called which area here? Instance area, right? Exactly. This is called instance method, and this area is called which area guys here? Instance area. If you go for the static methods concept, wide multiplication you can take. And by default, this method is also which method? Instance method.
Instance.
So to make it is a static method, declare which modifier guys here? Static modifier, right?
Static.
Yeah, then this method is called which method guys? Finally, it is called what? Static method. So inside the logic we are writing here, logic we are writing, this area is called which area here? Static area, right?
Static area.
Exactly. So there are two types of methods guys, instance method and static method. Instance method, instance area, static method and static area, right? Exactly guys. And see, as of now, both methods are used to write the logics of the application only. Okay, but the main difference of these methods is, or the main difference between instance and static method, guys. The main difference is, so instance methods, guys. Instance methods, it is possible to override basically. In future, it is possible to, override. What about static method here? Static methods are not possible to override, guys. The main point here. What is overriding? Why instance methods are not override? That point I'll tell you later. But remember the point here. Instance and static method, both methods are used to try the logics of the application. But instance methods means overriding is possible, not possible. Instance methods, it is possible to override. Static methods, it is not possible to. Tell me again, static methods, it's not possible to override, right? Exactly. And have you said like how to call instance methods? In entire Java, always access the instance data.
Using object.
Yeah.
Object name.
Access the instance data using object name, right? Exactly. Access the instance data. Access the instance data using object name. And second point is what, guys? Access the static data. Static data using
Class name.
Oh my god, these are the theory points about your methods concept, guys. Go to theory here. Inside the class, we cannot write the logics directly. So that's what inside the class, you can declare the method. Inside the method, write the logic. There are two types of methods basically, instance and static method. So instance methods, the main difference is overriding concept. Instance methods we can override, static methods we cannot override. So access the instance method using object name and access the static method using access the static
Class.
method using class name, right? Exactly. There's instance and what static data, guys. Instance and the static data. Is it clear now? Good. And like method coding conventions, right? Guys, what are methods coding conventions? Yes, methods are just for the code reusability purpose. You declare the method, you can write the logic, and we can call that logic wherever you want in multiple times, right? So we can call that logic in multiple times wherever you need, right? Exactly. What are method coding conventions? The method name starts with guys, what are method coding conventions? Yes, while writing the code, you should follow the conventions also. So don't write the code without conventions, guys, please. Methods coding conventions. Method name starts with. Method name starts with. Hey, Usman, what happened, man? Method name starts with what are method coding conventions?
Small case.
So small.
Method name starts with this lowercase. Okay, lowercase.
Yes.
And every inner word. Every
Capital.
inner word starts with what?
Capital.
Exactly. Every inner word starts with capital uppercase, right? Exactly. Every inner word starts with what? Uppercase, guys. So while declaring the method, you have to follow these conventions basically. So method name starts with lowercase, and every inner word starts with what? Uppercase, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, can I take one example about the method? So after taking the example, I will tell you the syntax of the method. First, let me take one example. This is application level. Okay, the logics are present in one class. This application level logics are present in one class, and data accessing is there in another class, right? Definitely. Exactly. Data accessing is there in another class, guys. That's what can I take the two classes here. The first class is like class operations class. Okay. Inside this operation class, I want to write some logic part, guys. Inside the operation class, I want to write some logic part. Logic part I want to write. To write the logic here, so can I take the void? Yeah, void. I can take the wish method, guys. Tell me, guys, void wish is which method? Instance or static method?
Instance.
Guys, this is instance or static method. Definitely it's the instance method, right? Can I write the message like good morning message, right? Exactly, guys. So this is like instance. I declare an instance method, guys. And let me declare one more instance method, void add method. Basically, the method can take the arguments, guys, inputs of the method. And see, if you're applying for the driving license, when you're applying for driving license, definitely we have to give some inputs, right? Then only that functionality will be executed, right? Then only that functionality will be
Yes.
executed. In the same way, the method can take the arguments, guys, while calling that method. When you're applying for driving license, while calling that method, we have to pass that inputs, right? We have to pass that inputs. That is called method arguments, basically. And void add method, generally expecting like integer number one and integer number two, right? Number two. And inside the method, just I'm writing normal logic part. So I taken some int result variable. Result equal to what? Num1 plus num2. Guys, directly I can write the print statement. SOP of like num1 plus num2. But just to understand inside the method, using these arguments, we will write some logic, right? That's what I just I'm
Mm.
declaring variable, okay? So num1 plus num2 here, num1 plus num2, and I'm trying to print the system dot out dot println. Yeah, the system dot out dot println now. Can I do result variable, right? That's all, guys. Guys, total how many instance methods I declare total here? Two instance methods,
Two.
right? These are called what? Instance methods. Instance methods, guys. Good. And can I declare two more static methods? Can I declare the static methods now? What is static method syntax, guys? Tell me. Void. Can I take the method
Static.
names for like login method? Void login method. But in front of the method, this modifier required, which modifier required? Static modifier, right?
Static.
Static
Mm.
void login. Guys, tell me generally login is expecting how many arguments? Guys, login is expecting how many arguments?
Two
Two.
arguments.
Username, password.
Username and
Password.
string username comma next one is what? String password, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, inside the method, what you will do? Some functionality, right? So username dot equals of, can we guess username dot equals of Ratan? Yeah, can I use the and operator? Single end or double end?
Double line.
Hey, single
Double
and
end.
double end. We have to use a double end, right?
Double.
Double.
Username dot equals of Ratan. As well like equality, to check the equality equals method required. And next one is what? You can check the password dot equals of password dot equals of one. If both are success, I want to get a message like the system
Login.
dot println of login success message. This is like login success, something named Ratan, right? Exactly. You can write the else block now. Open this closure brace. System dot out dot println of. Now login success,
Login.
login failure, login fail, right? Login fail, right? That's all, guys. This is my one of the static method, right? Exactly, guys. You guys are clear? We got the clarity, right? How we declare the method. Okay. Void is return type, guys. I'll tell you. Void wish method name. This is zero arguments, no arguments, right? And add is a method name. Expecting how many arguments, guys? Here, two arguments.
Two
The login is a method name. Expecting how many arguments here? Two arguments, right?
arguments.
Expecting two arguments, right? Exactly. Guys, can I take one more method? Can I take one more static method here? See, guys, can I take one more static method here? Static void. See, for example, I want to take the course info method. Guys, course info method. So generally, you are inquiring about some course in some institute with an IT. You guys are inquiring about the course. Then tell me, guys, course info method. Course inquiry something like course
Course
info.
duration and
So
course fee.
expecting the string name of the student, right? First of all, name of the student, string course name, string course name, name of
Fee.
the student expected, and course name expected. If you are saying your name and your course name, then I will tell you, okay, this is the fees for the course Java, this is the fees for the some advanced Java, something like that, right? Exactly.
Yes.
Yes or no? But see, I will provide only core Java and Python courses. If you provide the other than Python and core Java, I have to give the error message like that course is not available. The course is not available. Guys, what I have to do? So course info is there, expecting like name and course name, Can I guess name and what? Course name expected here. Name and course name expected here. Then what is the requirement, guys? Here we have to check the course is like which is like core Java or Python. If core Java means I'll give the information, Python means I'll give the information. But if you pass other than core Java Python, I have to give the error message. Guys, tell me the code for that. Hmm?
If a course is 60 dot equals Java
Course,
or course dot equals
course dot equals of Java. Very good.
Java
Course dot
or
equals of Java. I want to give the message like core Java. Okay, core Java faculty. Core Java faculty Mr. Ratan. Core Java faculty Mr. Ratan. And fees is like how much, guys? Yeah, just I can write the 3,000 rupees. Okay. Yeah, core Java faculty Mr. Ratan and fees is 3,000 rupees. Something like this. Very good. That is a core Java. Can I write this is like core Java? After that,
Else if Python.
else if
exactly.
else if
So required if else if else if required, right? Else if of course dot equals of. Tell me, guys, course dot equals of course dot equals of what? Assume that
Python.
it is a Python.
Python.
If course dot equals of Python, can I give the message like Python faculties Mr. Rom. So fees is like 3,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees like this. Guys, if you are inquired about other than this core Java and Python, I had with the else
Else.
message. Else message of else of what? Simply can write the message like the course is not available, right? The course is what? Not available, guys. Guys, this is the way how we are passing the arguments, how we are processing the data, guys. At least you got the clarity, right? The course is available, not available. The course is what? Not available, right? The course is what? Not available. Guys, still we are declaring the functionalities. In application level, first you declare the functionality, then later we can access the data, right? Just I declare the two instance methods and I declare the two static methods, right? Exactly. Guys, can I take one more static method? Guys, but don't expect the arguments. See, here addition expecting the two integer arguments. Definitely login expecting the two string arguments. Course info expecting the two string arguments. Do you think like arguments must be same type? Guys, is that
No.
arguments must be same type? Don't think like that, guys. Arguments can be anything here. Static void disk method I'm taking here. The disk method to say that point, guys, the arguments can be anything. Just I'm taking the integer a character ch double. Tell me, guys, double d and boolean b, right? Oh my god, like that you can pass the data, guys. Then I can print the data. The system dot out dot println of a plus ch plus so plus b we can write plus my god plus b, right? This is information, guys. So it says that the method can take one type of input or different types of inputs. So like one type of arguments, different types of arguments, guys. Different types of arguments, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, method arguments are clear, everyone? Total 5 methods I declare, right? Then I want to access those methods, guys. So then I can write a client code, test client code. In a test client, you can define the main method. So generally in Amirpet classes, they'll write the main method also in the same class, but which is not recommended, guys. Everything in a single class. Guys, always try to write the code with multiple classes scenario. Don't write the code with a single class scenario. Okay, that's better option. Now tell me, guys, first method I want to call which method here? So which method? Then tell me, guys, which is instance or static method?
Instance.
Which
Instance.
instance? How to access instance method? So access
Object.
the instance method using object name, right? Exactly. Guys, how can we call the static methods? Access the
Class
static
name.
methods. Access the static methods using what? Using class name, right?
class.
That's all, guys. And come here and operations op equal to what? New operations of. Then we have to call op dot. First method is which method, guys? Here which method. That's it. Can I save this code here? So local disk E directly I'm saving the application. This application is called test.java and just open the command prompt. Open the command prompt local disk E. Then how to compile this code? To compile this code, Java C, the application is called what? Test.java. Then definitely code is compiled. Yes, after compilation total, how many class files are generated? It's saying error message, man. Variable name. Variable name is not
So,
fine because it
Username.
is like
so you have not
Username.
used the name
username.
course info.
Where?
So
Hmm.
course info, yeah, this one. String name, you have not used it anywhere in the system, sir.
Okay.
First one, yes, this
Mm,
argument.
do one thing. You can write the message like here itself. You can write the message. Hi. Hi. I want to print your name. What I have to do here? Guys, tell me. I want to print the hi plus. I want plus. I can write the name. Okay. So plus something like this. Now it is fine, right? Like that. If you are passing your name, like your name is something like Anu. Hi Anu. Course of faculty Mr. Ratan. Fees is something like this. Okay. Okay. Now it is fine. Yeah. I'm checking the course name equality. So core Java or Python. And while printing the data, I'm printing your name. So hi Usman, your name is something like that, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, are you clear now? Then you can compile this code, guys. To compile this code, yeah. So can you please compile it? Code is definitely compiled fine, not a problem. If any problems are there, you can try to see the problems and try to rectify the problem. Yes, after compilation, how many class files are generated?
2 class files.
Two, sir.
Operations and test client.
Which class contains main method here? Definitely test
Test
client
client.
contains main method. Then we have to execute the Java test client, right? Good morning, we got the output, guys. Because as of now, we are executing which method now? As
Okay.
of now, which method we are executing?
Which
Instance,
method? Which method?
instance method.
Right, exactly. What is second method, guys? Here, add method, op.add method. So you can pass the arguments like 10, 20 here. So first argument is a 10, second argument is a 20, right? Num1 will be the 10, num2 will be the 20. And tell me, guys, this case, what is the output? Then we got the output is simply 30, right? Exactly. So code is compiled fine. Code is compiled fine. Code executed fine. Java test client, we got the output is 30, right? Exactly. We called two instance methods, guys. What about next method here? Static method.
Static.
How can we call the static method? Using class
Class
name.
name.
What is the third static method here? Login method, right? So login method. Then operations dot operations dot
Login.
what? Login method.
Username.
Expecting the
Password.
username is Ratan and password is Anu, right? That's it. Yes, I think username dot equals of Ratan, password dot equals of Anu. I think operation success, right?
Login.
Login success message will get maybe. Code is compiled fine here. Code is compiled fine. Code executed fine. See the message guys here. Login success and your name, right? Hey, login success Ratan. Is it clear now? Good, guys. After that, we have to call which method, guys, here? Operations dot. One more method is which method here? Course info method, right?
Course.
Course info method. Course info method expecting how many arguments now?
To
Guys, course
course
info
name.
expecting how many arguments? Two arguments.
Username.
Name of the person. Name of the person is like Rani. So the course name is like what is the Python here? Python, right? Exactly. Guys, now we'll get the message what? Hi Rani. So Python faculty Mr. Ram. Fees is like 5,000, right? Fees is like what?
Yes.
5,000, guys. And can compile this code. Code is compiled fine. Then we have to execute the code. Java test client. See this message here. We got the message like hi Rani. Python faculty is Mr. Ram. Python faculty is Mr. Ram. And fees will be 5,000, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, like that we can declare the methods and we can access the methods. While accessing the methods, we have to pass that arguments, right? Exactly. Guys, you need this point. You want me to write the points? The method can take any type of arguments. If method expecting the two arguments means we have to pass the two values. Tell me, guys, method expecting the two arguments means we'll pass the two values only, right? Why you will pass the three values? Hmm? Guys, this point I don't, this point required, not required. Definitely it's not required, guys.
Not required.
Yeah, you understood the points right directly. Then why you write in the code? Add method use it to add the data. Add method use it to add the data only, right? Remove method use it to remove the data. My God, that's what the code will become 9 months, 8 months, guys nowadays. Hmm? Add method is used to add the data. Method expecting the two arguments. While calling the method, must pass the two arguments. Not less than two, not more than two. Hmm? What is this stupid things? Yeah, see guys, last method you have to collect operations data.
Operating chart this
Operation data, which method here? This method here. Expecting
method.
how many arguments? Yes, expecting how
4
many arguments? 4 arguments. One is an integer 10. Next one is a character
char
A, and double value some 10.5, and boolean values can I pass the false, right? Exactly, guys. Yeah, just those values just I'm printing there. So code is compiled fine. Code is compiled fine. Code executed fine. See this message, guys. Yeah, this is first method output like good morning. This is second method output is like addition operation 30. This is third method output like login success
login.
return. The fourth method like
Oops.
running faculty course information. Fourth method is like different arguments. Fifth method like different arguments, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, I hope you got some clarity about the method example. Okay, how we write in the coding, right? Any questions, please, about this example? Oh my God, this
No,
network.
sir.
Hmm?
So,
Tell me, sir.
so when we create the object, we create inside a method, right, sir?
Hmm.
When we declare the instance as static variables, it is within the class outside the methods.
Hmm.
So can we create the object outside the method?
You can create.
We can create.
I will tell you that point. Basically, in the OOPS concept, basically. Actually, in application level, we will not create the object. We will create the object inside the method only. But I said that what the problem with inside the method issue, because once if you create the object inside the method, the scope is only within the method, right? Can we access the can we access that object throughout the class or not? Guys, can we access
No.
the object throughout the class? Definitely no, right? Then that is a problem, right? Definitely. That's what I will do, Actually, you can take the void this method here. Here I'm declaring the test T class. First, I'm declaring instance as a reference here. This is which variable? Definitely instance variable, right? Okay, in
Yes.
instance variable level, I declare the variable, simply test T variable. Inside the method, what I will do here, I will create the object, a new test object. I'm assigning that object to the T variable. Okay, I'm assigning that object to which variable here, T variable, right? Once if we assign that object to T variable, then what happened, tell me? Then this is the assigned to instance scope or not? Once it is assigned to instance scope, then this instance scope data you can access throughout the class, right? Guys, yes
Yes.
or no? Yeah, that is the point basically. But in application level, we never create the object like this. Test T equal new test. This is basically like logic part, right? Inside the class, we cannot put the logics directly. And this line is valid syntax wise there is no issues, but we never write the code like this. So inside the class, first you can say the declaration of variables only. This is a code like this, and inside the method I created object, I assign this object to the T, so that the T is instance variable, so that we can access this object throughout the class, right? Throughout the class. As a point is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You want me take this point now itself? Then can I take that point as example too? See guys, the case one you can take the problem. I think actually these points comes as hoops concepts, but anyhow it's fine. This is also right time to discuss the problem. Just to check the problem, guys. I have a demo class here. Demo class contains void some method like info method is there. Demo class contains info method, guys. See guys, demo class contains info method. Class test test class contains void m1 method, which contains like void m2 method, which contains like void m3 method, right? Exactly, all three methods are there. See guys, in the m1 method, I want to call the demo class info method. Then what I have to do here? I want to call this info method. See guys, within the class means maybe that guy can access this info method directly here, but this is within the class or different classes here.
Different classes.
Different classes means what? Even though instance to instance, this is instance method, this is also instance method. Even the instance to instance, how can we access, guys? We have to access using object name, right? Exactly. Then demo d equal to new demo. We have to call a d dot. D dot which method here? Info method, right?
Info.
Exactly. So this object scope is only within the method. That's what here. If you require the method means again we have to create the object. Here again we have to create the object, guys. Definitely. So what's the problem, guys? Here we are creating object one time or the multiple times. Here we are creating, yeah. Here we are creating. Guys, we are creating object. Object
Multiple times.
one time or multiple times. So multiple times, right? Exactly, guys. To overcome this problem, you can write the case too. Okay. Solution. Solution. What we'll do, guys? Solution is this is the code. For this code, the solution is what? Don't declare the object here. Okay, this is a local variable, guys. See, observe one point in this line. Demo d equal new demo means this is like object right hand side. This is called object, guys. What about this? This is just a variable which is pointing to that object. And I declare this variable where I declare this variable inside the method. That's what this variable becomes the local variable. Guys, what the point is clear. In this line, don't think like complete line is object, guys. Right hand part, this part is called object. What about demo d? Yes, what about demo d? It's a simply variable name. Okay. But where I declare this variable, I declare this variable inside the method. That's what local variable, guys.
Local.
That's what I will do here. Can I declare this variable inside the outside of the class, right? Inside the class, right? Exactly. Demo d I declared. Then I'm creating new demo object. After creation of object, can I assign that object to the d variable? Guys, can now I'm
Yes.
doing what? I'm assigning this object to which variable, guys? D variable. Now D is which variable here? Instance variable or not?
Yes.
Yes, D is which variable? Instance variable, right? Yeah. That's what if it is instance variable means now can I access this variable throughout the class or not? So I no need to create the object here. I no need to create the object here. I no need to create the object multiple times. This is the code for that solution, guys. One time create the object, use multiple times, right? One time create the object instance level. One time create the object which level, guys? Here instance level.
Instance.
Use multiple times. Use multiple times, guys. You got the clarity right now. This code is also a bit important, guys. First case is the problem is what we are creating object multiple times, and second case one time create the object at instance level, use that object multiple times. Okay, use that object.
Alright. I have one doubt.
Tell me, yeah.
Void M1 you have to declare the D equal to new demo. So instead of that, after that M2 is not using, no. So you can outside you can use it, no? Demo D equal to new demo.
That's what I'm saying here. If you write the demo D equal new demo, the code is valid but not recommended.
Okay.
Because
okay, but
we expected the data like declaration part or object like a logic part inside the class. Here generally we will do the declarations of variables, right?
Declaration.
But this is declaration or object creation line.
Object creation.
Like that. So that's what we never recommend the code like this. The recommended code is what? Declare the first of all variable. Definitely that variable is created by one of the method, right? One of the method logic, right? Because object creation is a logic. Logic is definitely done by one of the method, right? That's what.
But void M2 we are not using, no? For D equal to new demo we are
That's
not
what
using.
I'm creating object I assign to which variable? D variable. D is what type of variable now? It is local variable, instance variable.
Instance.
Okay. Instance variable.
Instance variable we can access throughout the class. That is the question she's asking, right?
Okay. Anywhere we can use it.
Within the class we can use anywhere, right? That's the point.
Okay.
And static means the permissions will be changed. As you know, like static area means how can we access the data, right? Don't think too much about the static methods. In the static methods, one point like we never create the objects like that because overriding concept is not allowed. But if it is a static method means the permissions will be changed. Just you try to write an example about that points. Okay. Yeah. Good, guys. Yes, you got the clarity right now. Problem and solution is clear. Any questions? Guys, problem and solution is clear. Any questions, please? Here we are creating
Sir,
object.
in which scenario?
Ma?
Sir, in which scenario we will declare a method as static and as an instance?
That I said, right? So instance methods means overriding concept. If in future, if you don't want to override the methods, you can make it as a static. You have to prevent the overriding. If you want to overriding concept, don't make the static. You can take the instance method. What is the overriding? Why we are preventing overriding? That I will tell you as part of OOPS concepts. This is not right time to discuss overriding concept. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Guys, you can take the example 3. Before starting example 3, first we have to know this method syntax, guys. Let me check the method syntax first. If you take the method syntax, every method contains method name, guys, definitely. Guys, every method contains what? The method name. And method can take what? Method can take the arguments list, right? Guys, method can take what? Arguments list, right? Every method contains method name and method can take what? Arguments list, right? Exactly. And every method, once it is doing some functionality, it can return the value using return type concept. It can return the value using what? Return type concept, right? Yes, every method contains method name and arguments list and return type, right? Exactly. And to specify the permission of this method, guys, permission of this method, we require the modifiers concept. Public modifier, private modifier, protected modifier. To specify the permission of that method, we require the modifiers list, right? Modifiers list.
Yes.
Exactly. So every method contains method name, arguments list, return type, and modifiers list, right? Exactly. And some cases, if while doing the methods, guys, definitely are doing some business logics are wrong. Like we got some exception. In that case, the method has to handle that exception or not. Yes, inside the method, you write in the logic. That logic is generating some exception. That we have to handle exception. Then throws exception we have to use. Okay, throws exception we have to use. Because this every method contains this many like 5 parts, guys. Basically, one is a method name and arguments list, return type, modifiers list, and exception handling, right? And what are exception handling, guys? This is a method syntax basically. If we take the example here, so modifiers list, guys, public modifier, return type is a void, no return value, void. Method name is like this method. That's it. Otherwise, second one is what? Private method. Return type is a string. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the return types. What is string? What is the return type of the string? I'll tell you. Private is a modifier, guys. Return type is a string. Method name is called what? Login method. Arguments expecting like the string username comma string password, like that, guys. Next you can take one more method like protector method. Return type is integer. You can take the add method. Add method into num1 comma into num2, right? In num1 comma num2 we can handle exception using throws exception. This is a complete method syntax, guys. This is a complete method syntax, guys. What is method name here? Method name is nothing but a functionality name, right? Guys, what is a method name? Method name simply is nothing but which name, guys? This is nothing but a functionality functionality name, right? Guys, method name is nothing but a functionality name. Next one is what? Arguments list. Guys, what are the arguments list here? Argument list is nothing but functionality inputs, right? Guys, argument list is nothing but what? Okay, functionality inputs, right? Exactly. Next one is what, guys? Return type. Return type is nothing but a functional return value, right? So functionality return value, right? Return value. And the modifiers list, guys, modifiers list to specify the permission, right? To give the permission of that method. And throws exception, guys, last one. Throws exception to handle exception, right? Throws exception. Okay, throws exception. Yeah, throws exception to handle exception, right? Exactly, guys. So every method contains these many number of parts, guys, to handle the exception, right? Exactly, guys, to handle the exception. That's the point, guys. Is it clear now? See, in entire method syntax, guys, and we have the method signature concept. But name, guys, the name is important. Method signature, guys. What is method signature? Tell me. In entire method syntax, guys, method signature means method name and arguments. This part is called method signature, guys. Return type, modifiers list, exception handling. This all not comes under method signature. Just method signature means method name and tell me, guys, method name and what?
Argument.
Arguments list, right? Yeah, method name and arguments list is called what? Method
Methods.
method signature, right? Exactly, guys. Method signature means method name and what arguments list. That part is called method signature, basically. Is that clear now? Method name and arguments list is called method signature, right? Method name and arguments list is called what? Method signature, right? Exactly, guys. See, guys, in this example, I'll go for some cases here. Just you try to understand the cases here. The case one here, I declare the void add method. Void add method. I think void is a return type, right? Yes, can I remove this return type? Without return type, can I define the method? Yes, without return type, can I define the method? Yes, without return type, can I define the method means can compile this code. Definitely, I think we got the error message. Read this error message, guys here. Invalid method declaration. Return type is what? Return type is required. It means for Java methods, return type is mandatory optional. Guys,
Mandatory.
Java
Mandatory.
methods return type is mandatory optional means mandatory, right?
Mandatory.
Exactly. This example number how much, guys? 3. This you can declare the case 1. For Java methods return type is what? Mandatory. This is case 1 here. And if you go for the case 2, so can I take the void m1 of integer a here, and can I take one more method like void m1 of void m1 of which concept here, integer a only. Tell me, guys, this code is valid or invalid now?
Invalid.
Invalid, right? Because two methods I declared with the same name and same arguments, right? Guys, these two methods are having the same signature, different signature.
Same.
And the same
Same
signature, right?
signature.
Yeah, inside the class, more than one method with the same signature is not allowed, guys. Okay. Inside the class, more than one method with the same signature. With the same signature is allowed or not allowed means same signature is not allowed. Okay. This is same signature. This is same signature, right? Yeah, this is same signature, guys. This is not allowed. You get error message like M1 is already defined in the class test, right? Exactly. But tell me, guys, now if I declare the character ch, now it is the same signature, different signature. Guys, this is
Different.
different signature, right? This is called overloading concept that I will tell you later. But this is a different signature. It is valid, right? Exactly. Yes, but the same signature is valid or invalid means definitely same signature is invalid, right? Exactly. This is a conclusion number 2, basically. So inside the class, more than one method. Tell me, guys, more than one method with the same signature is same signature is not allowed, right? The same signature is not allowed, guys. That's a case 2. Yes, case 2 is clear. But if you go for the case 3, and the case 3 is, so void m1 is there. Inside the m1 method, I want to declare the void m2 method. I'm declaring void m2 method, right? Exactly. Because inside the m1 method, I declared m2 method now. This thing, this is inner method, right? Either Java supports inner methods or not. Guys, I think this is called which method here? Inner method, right? Yeah, inner methods. Is that Java supports inner methods or not? That's the question.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Very good. So if we compile this code, I think definitely got the error message. Last 3 cases are getting errors, right? Method return type is mandatory, error message. Otherwise, method signatures, duplicate methods, like same signature is not allowed, right? It's saying like method is already defined in the class tester. And the third one is also inner methods allowed or not allowed means not allowed, right? Illegal startup expression, guys. Java supports inner classes concept, guys. But inner methods allowed or not allowed means definitely it is not allowed. Yes, that point is clear. So Java supports inner classes concept, but Java will not support what? Yeah, Java
Inner.
support. Java support inner classes
Inner.
concept. Okay, Java will not support. Java does not support. Java does not support what? Support the inner methods concept, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, we done total today. We started methods concept. We got the clarity about what the purpose of the methods and all, and that there are types of methods and the differences here. And I taken one big example about these operations. Which method, add method, login, course info, disp. These all methods are there. Those methods I'm maxing here. And you're asking about the question problem and solution statements. Here I declared one method here. I want to access that method here. To access that method, require the object here. That's what I'm creating object, creating object, creating object. Total how many times I'm creating object means total 3 times, right? But creating object multiple times not recommended. That's what you can declare the object instance level once. That object I can use here and here and here, right? Throughout the class I can use. Method syntax, guys. When you go for method syntax, method name. Yes, while taking method syntax, is that method name is mandatory optional? Guys, method name is mandatory optional. Method name is mandatory, right?
Mandatory.
Yeah, then only code is compiled. Arguments, guys. Arguments mandatory optional. Arguments mandatory optional. Optional, right? Without arguments also the code is working fine, right? Exactly. Whatever written type, guys. Written type is mandatory optional.
Mandatory.
So
Mandatory.
written type is mandatory. Written type is mandatory. Next one is what? Modifiers list, guys. Is that modifiers are mandatory optional? I think optional, right? We didn't define any modifiers, so it is working fine. So it's optional. And throws exception is mandatory optional, guys. Optional, right? So while declaring the method, you require mandatory wise only return type and the method name. Remaining things are optional. Depends on the application requirement, depends on the example word, and we have to put the data, right? Exactly, guys. What a method signature, guys? Method signature nothing but method name and arguments list. That part is called what? Method signature, right? Guys, method name and what? Arguments list. That part is called method signature, right? Yeah. So Java methods return type is mandatory, optional means return type is mandatory, and inside the class more than one method same signature is not allowed, and inner methods supported or not supported, guys? Not supported. Inner classes are supported, but inner methods will not support it. Guys, inner methods will not support. Good. Guys, can please write one assignment about these methods. So to check the assignments, protectors.com/java jv8am.
9 a.m.
This is not your class, class notes. Just I want to copy that assignment. Java class concept. In the class concept, we are discussing about the methods. In the methods, we have that assignment. Yeah. Guys, you can take this example and complete this assignment, please. Small assignment. And I hope you can understand this example. Just you can try to check this example once. This is first example, method syntax we done. Approach one, enter your name, the return type. Yeah, one small example, guys. You try to complete this example once. Yeah, example number 4. This is called assignment basically. And before that, if you want, I can take one more example, example 4 now. Just I will show you that example, guys. You try to check that example once. Which is basically the method expecting the inputs, right? Just like we are passing the arguments. We are passing the arguments, right? Directly are passing the argument, right? See, directly if you want, you can pass the arguments, is not a problem. Guys, directly if you want, you can pass the arguments, is not a problem. Otherwise, assume like we have some variables like local variables, guys. Just guys, try to check this code once. I have one static method. Add is there, expecting like 2 arguments, num1, num2. Just I'm doing addition operation here. First approach is what directly I'm calling the method by passing the constant values, right? 10, 20. This is the first way, guys. And second way is what? Assume like I have some local variables in my application. By passing that local variables to as input, right? Here I'm passing x comma y. Then x value goes to num1, the y value goes to num2, right? Like that also you can pass the data. And approach 3 is what? Guess what is approach 3 here? I can take the input from end user. Enter first number, I'm storing the value. Enter the second number, storing the value, and I'm passing those values to the add method arguments, right? Yes, yes, sir. No, this is very simple, right? So this is like two arguments means directly we can see approach one is directly can pass the constants. Approach two is what assume like if you have some variables, you can pass those variables. Approach three is what we can take the input from end user, you can pass the data, right? Guys, are you clear about that example? The explanation required. Try to check the example once. Yeah, example 5 is you can do the assignment. Example 5 will be the yeah, you can take the class services class. Services contains register method. Vote register, vote register method, something like vote register method. So you can take the name and mobile number, age and SS marks list. Okay. So guys, name, mobile, age, SS marks list. Okay. And you can take one more argument like location. Location, guys. So if age is greater than should be 18 years, and what do you have to do? Location should be equal to Hyderabad. Location should be equal to Hyderabad. Then you can say the message like you're eligible for voting. Yes or no? You're eligible for voting, guys. We have to check the age should be greater than 18 years and location should be Hyderabad. Then you can check the data. And so here also location should be Hyderabad. Just you can check the data, right? Just while printing the data, guys, your voter ID number. Sir, you can take the voter ID number, your mobile number plus SSC roll number. Yes, give a mobile number like something like some data and SSC roll number some data plus the age. By adding these three numbers, just you can give some you get some number, right? Take that number as a voter ID number. Okay, is that clear now? Yeah, don't think too much logic, guys. Just think normal logic. First name is what? Name of the person is Ram. Mobile number is something like this. Age is like 22. Roll number is like this. And address is what? Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad. Guys, if it is a should be greater than 18 years. Location is Hyderabad. Eligible for voting. Less than 18 years. Less than 18 years and what? Guys, if we are less than 18 years means it is not eligible. Okay, less than 18 years means not eligible, and the location is not equal to Hyderabad, also not eligible, guys. Guys, that point is clear. Less than 18 years, either this condition is not eligible, less than 18 years is not eligible, guys. Observe carefully, less than 18 years is not eligible, and location, location, what the message
Not
is.
equals to.
Location not equal to Hyderabad also. Guys, this is not syntaxes. Don't try to code like this. You'll get errors. Location not equal to Hyderabad. Not equal to Hyderabad means eligible, not eligible, guys, here also, which is also not eligible, right? Exactly, guys. That is how to implement the logic, guys. That is how to implement the logic. Guys, if age is greater than less than 18 years, means you can say message like you are not eligible, your age is too less. If location is not Hyderabad means you have to do the message like your what the message, guys? You are not eligible because this application only for the Hyderabad persons, right? Guys, simply both conditions are success, then only you have to give the message. If any one condition is failed, else part. Any condition is failed, control goes to what? Else part, right? Yes or no? The condition goes to else part. Good. But here some logic is there. You try to implement that. First, A should be greater than. You understood the context, right? First of all, A should be greater than 18 years. Location should be Hyderabad, eligible for voting. And less than 18 years is not equal to Hyderabad. If you enter any wrong data, you try to check with all the possibilities, guys. Okay, good. That's the first example, guys. Second example, you can take a marry method. Marriage method, name, age, bank balance. Very good. And definitely marriage required is arguments, right? Name, age, and what? Bank balance required. See, guys, and age should be greater than less than 18 years. Not eligible for the marriage, try after some time. Guys, not eligible for marriage, try after some time, right? Exactly. So A is greater than 18 years. Guys, A is greater than what? 18 years. Sorry, you are too late, right? So 35, huh? Yeah, 35, sorry, you are too late. If A is greater than, if A should be the, A should be the 18 to 34, guys. Age is like 18 to 34, he is eligible for marriage. You get, just to give the message like you are eligible for marriage, that's it. Guys, the point is clear.
Yes, sir.
Good. 18 years is not eligible, guys. Greater than 35 years, sorry, 18 years is not eligible. Greater than 35 is also not eligible. The age should be the greater than 30, 18 to 32, 34, eligible for marriage, right? Exactly. Simply, how many methods we declare total here? 2 methods. Simply call the which method, guys? First method, vote register
Vote
method,
register.
by passing the arguments, right? By passing what arguments, right? Exactly. Next one is what, guys? Next one is also call the marry method, right?
Marry.
Yeah, exactly. Call the marry method, guys. You try to implement this type of examples so that you never get the fear about the coding part. Okay, whether it is small example or big example, guys, when I give the assignments, you try to complete it. Okay, call the marry method by passing what? By passing the arguments, right? That's all, guys. Guys, hope you got the clarity right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Total how many examples, guys, total here? 5 examples today class. Any questions, please? Try to complete the assignment, guys. Today day 3 we done with the method arguments. Tomorrow we'll think about the day 4. Tomorrow the concept is called what? Method return type concept, guys. I said variables 2 days, methods 2 days, constructors 2 days, blocks are 2 days. We done the 2 days variables and 1 day method is completed. And tomorrow we discuss the methods. Yes, when meeting tomorrow class, we'll continue with the methods concept. Okay. Has any questions? Yeah.
Thank you. No.
Bye, guys. Do the practicals. Do the practicals properly and complete the assignments. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye. Bye.